Who will have more success next season, Tom Brady or Bill Belichick?
Question. And over the last 2 decades, you have seen the Patriots win with just about anybody that they put out there, as long as Tom Brady is their quarterback. They went 11-5 with Matt Castle. I feel like we're all in the same position on this one, not even knowing who their quarterback is. We always expect the Patriots to win because of how interchangeable their parts have been over the last 20 years. On the other side of this, I always expect the Tampa Bay Bucks to be terrible. I know they won a Super Bowl with Brad Johnson, but over the last 20 years, I'm always expecting them to be bad. Tom Brady wasn't good the last 10 weeks of the season last year. His precipitous drop made him look a lot like Mitch Trubisky, who the Bears don't want anymore. So I've got to go Patriots here.
I agree. It's an impossible question to answer, especially if you were just yesterday a fan of both Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, and now you have to decide in a divorce in public, on camera. Thanks, guys. But I think the fact that we can even ask this question when all the headlines are about how many weapons Tampa Bay has for Tom Brady, and all the headlines about the Patriots are like, who even goes here anymore? I think that speaks to the fact that we're still considering them in competition. It has to be Bill Belichick. I don't know. That's all I've said to myself over the last 2. I have no idea what's going on. The thing is, who's their running back? Like, what's their run game look like? And their offensive line isn't that good, which is something Tom Brady needs. So I don't know. Do I root for? Am I supposed to want them to do well? I don't know.
Okay, there they reached the hostility stage after 10 I don't know. She's in a real state of mourning. What about you, Mina? What do you think?
Yes, we went from grief to hostility. Are we going to get denial and then compromise? How does this work over the next few days?
Go ahead,
I
Mina.
look forward to going on this journey with you, Katie. Dan, you're right to point out that it's impossible to say right now without knowing who the Patriots are going to have at quarterback, right? If it's someone like a Cam Newton, there's a lot of upside there. But when you go roster to roster and start comparing them and going down these depth charts, the Bucs are a better team at the moment. Everyone points out the weapons, which, Katie, you're right to note, it may be a little bit overstated when we're talking about O.J. Howard and Ronald Jones, who have basically done nothing. But look at the defense. The Patriots defense is still very good, but they've lost some pieces. Meanwhile, the Bucs defense was quietly excellent last season under Todd Bowles and is rising. Yes, the offensive line is missing some pieces, particularly the tackle position, but they've got a lot of money to spend in Tampa Bay, and they've got a lot of room to improve. I do think, however, it's worth examining what we mean when we talk about success for these teams, because I think for Brady, success isn't actually getting to the Super Bowl or maybe going deep into the playoffs. He just wants to show people he can still play in his mid-40s. And I think with this Tampa Bay roster and Bruce Arians, he has the opportunity to do that.
One of the things that I do find interesting as Mina talks about that Tampa Bay defense is I do find a general curiosity around what would that team look like if their quarterback simply didn't throw 1,000 interceptions? Not be great, just be a caretaker who was careful and understood football. I do wonder if just a little bit, they cut the interceptions in half. He threw about 45 interceptable passes last year. Never mind the 30 that were intercepted. Many more could have been intercepted. If you just cut that in half, does Tampa Bay look a lot better than 7-9?
Yeah, Jameis last season was like, great, incredible game, worst game ever. Incredible game, worst game ever. And Tom Brady is at least kind of like consistent. It's not like consistently greatest game ever at this point in his career, but it is at least not going to change from day to day. They know who they're getting, essentially. Whatever. Go Tampa Bay. I don't care. She
doesn't know and she doesn't care. Ladies and gentlemen, highly quarantined.
Tom Brady and Jameis Winston actually had the exact same QBR last season.